You won't believe what it really costs to live in Palm Springs. And it's not just the price of the home. In this video, we're breaking down the real numbers for buyers so you can plan your move without surprises.
So before we hit you with all those costs, my name is Jared, and with my wife Brandy, we help families make the move to SoCal, and we make videos just like this one on all things about the Southern California market. So to be the first to learn, subscribe below, and if you're thinking about moving to the area, give us a call or a text if you prefer. Let's jump right into the content.
Whether you're a first-time buyer, a family looking to relocate, a retiree, or even if you're looking for a second home or a vacation home, we're going to give you a quick market snapshot of Palm Springs. Palm Springs is beautiful, iconic, and sunny, but what does it really take to live here comfortably?
All right, might as well start with the big cost, and that's housing costs. So the median sales price in Palm Springs at the time of this recording is $964,000. But don't worry, even with a larger or higher price tag as that, there are plenty of opportunities, much more affordable opportunities to enter this market. So one-bedroom condos start as low as $140,000, with two-bedroom condos starting in the 200,000s, three-bedroom condos and three-bedroom homes start in the 300,000s, four-bedroom homes for 400,000, five-bedroom homes jump all the way to 800,000 for the starting price point at that level. But just to give you an idea of what housing costs would look like. Now, the next very real cost to talk about for the Palm Springs area, again, because of the climate, it's gonna be hot for several months of the year, and not just hot, but like really hot. And if you're gonna be comfortable, and you're gonna be able to bear the triple-digit heat, it's gonna come with a cost as it relates to electricity. Average electricity costs are gonna be around $400 a month. Now, this is a rough estimate because it depends on the type of home that you have. So this data is collected from real consumers, real customers, real electricity users in the current area. And again, just like we were talking about the housing costs, all the way down to the one-bedroom condos that somebody's only in as a second home, as a vacation home. So these costs, you got to take it with a grain of salt. It's going to also depend on the way that you consume electricity. Do you have a pool? Do you run the AC at the North Pole temperatures? So you're the spouse that has it set at 60 while everyone else is freezing their tails off. Are you more normal and you set your AC in the 70s? And so that's going to impact your cost as well. So I say that to say, take it with a grain of salt. Average electricity consumption is about $400 a month. So that's going to vary. In the winter months, you're going to have less usage. So that's $100 to $200 reported averages. And then when it comes summer months, you're talking about that ballooning to $400 or $500 on average for your electricity usage. But then again, really large homes, pools, all of that, you're gonna need to budget substantially higher than that, probably double, and getting close to $1,000 a month, depending on how you consume electricity. But again, very real cost and one of your larger costs associated with living in the Palm Springs area. I wouldn't be doing you an appropriate service without mentioning that although these increased costs for like electricity, you still need to consider that Palm Springs has 350 days on average per year of sunlight. So get solar or look into it, do the math, have it calculated out, because you can offset your costs tremendously. And solar is a very viable, good option for you to replace your electricity bill, cover those costs, cover those expenses, and a way to offset that. Now, as it relates to water rates out here in the Palm Springs area, $60 to $90 a month would be the average cost for the average household. Trash per month averages about $50. Most are on a quarterly cadence with the main vendor that provides trash service out here. So that'd be about $150 every quarter. And then you've got your internet costs. You don't live in the boondocks and you're going to be connected, whether you're working from home or you're running Netflix and checking email, all the above. But your internet, different service providers out in Palm Springs, you're running $50 to $90 a month, spending more for higher speeds, higher guaranteed speeds, less going the economical route, and you don't need super high-speed internet because you're not gaming all day long, etc.
If you're needing to commute to and from Palm Springs. Let's talk transportation and gas prices. If the price of gas is $5 a gallon and you get 20 miles to the gallon and you need to commute 5 days a week, if you're commuting to LA, which is 130 miles, you're looking at about $1,300 a month or $65 a day. To Orange County or San Diego, it's 100 miles, which is about $1,000 a month or $50 a day. Some things you can do to reduce your transportation costs, of course, is to own an electric vehicle. Most electric vehicles can be charged at home, and if you have a solar system on your home, that can be a huge reduction of your transportation costs. You can also use public transportation such as the Metrolink, which you can catch at a station in nearby Moreno Valley. It's $15 a day for the Metrolink pass, and they have discounted monthly passes as well. There's also local employment. The Palm Springs Unified School District and the Desert Regional Medical Center are the top employers in Palm Springs, giving employment to over 5,000 people. Healthcare, hospitality, and retail are the top industries in the area that could also offer you opportunities for local employment. As far as groceries and everyday living expenses, those are relatively in line with other local SoCal prices. So even though you can go downtown and have a really fancy dinner and spend a lot of money, you're not going to pay any more to buy groceries and make a nice dinner at home.
All right, so let's talk lifestyle and entertainment costs. I mean, it's Palm Springs. There's going to be all of that. There's a ton of options. So let's dive in. One of the things, right, Palm Springs has an amazing array of dining options, so food options, and so if you are looking for that really nice night on the town, that extravagant dinner, that elegant dinner, they definitely have multiple options, at $100 a meal per person. So the deal is just, these are the types of costs you may want to consider when you're thinking about moving to the area and thinking you're going to be accessing and taking advantage of these things. There are some costs associated with it. So if you think you're going to be hitting the fine dining circuit regularly, just know, some of those fancy dinners are about $100 a plate. And just like a vast array of eating options at all price points, you have entertainment in the same bucket. Because Palm Springs has so much afforded to it with its proximity to the casinos and the venues that are available at those locations, you've got your lower end everyday entertainment options, right? You could see a local play for $20 at the local theater, the local playhouse, all the way up to attending Coachella, right? And you have the $300 ticket for the weekend, where you can see the likes of Lady Gaga and Lana Del Rey and Green Day and Post Malone and Travis Scott. Actually, the Coachella ticket, being $600. So, one of the draws to the area might be so that you can take advantage of these types of things. So just know there's costs associated with that, and just trying to give you those realistic expectations on, what that is, fit it in your budget. Speaking of entertainment costs and like your fun budget, Palm Springs has multiple different types of museums and art galleries and things of that nature, and some come with a cost and some are free. So something like the world-renowned Palm Springs Art Museum, at the time of this recording, is free on Thursday nights, and so different area museums and galleries are part of that same program, where they're just encouraging people to get out and take advantage of some of these really great entertainment options that they have available to them because they live, work, and play in the Palm Springs area. So you can take advantage of those, and again, at no cost or at very fair, reasonable prices if you're going on a non-free night. And then another big aspect of like the living here and the costs, and this one's going to be subjective, and this is an opportunity that's afforded to you, and I'm talking about HOA amenities. So sure, there are homes that you can live in out here that are HOA free. Hey, you're on your own, right? You have your pool in your backyard, and that's your little paradise, and that's your oasis. But there's many viable options So if you are looking for that resort type living, or you want those resort type amenities, so there are HOAs where you can have the 3, 4, 5 different pools that are accessible to you, the on-site gym, so on and so forth, the on-site cafes, and the country clubs, and all of that is accessible at the different price points. So your basic HOA cost point between $100 and $300. That's just to get into that. That's going to be your basic HOA. So where your HOA is just making sure that everyone keeps their home an appropriate color, that's not crazy and outlandish, something that you don't want to live next door to. And they make sure that everybody is towing the line and keeping pride of ownership in that area, maintaining the common grounds. That's what you're basically going to get for that $100 to $300 a month HOA. They may have one pool, may or may not have tennis courts, pickleball courts, but right, that's your entry level in. And then you have, I would say, probably the most desirable bucket. From the cost of $300 to $600, you're going to get the mid-tier HOAs, where you are going to have maybe multiple pools accessible. These will typically have gyms on site. You may have, it may be a gated community for security purposes, and well, most likely you'll find tennis courts. And this is typically referred to as the most desirable non-luxury option. Again, still getting a lot of the amenities that you can take advantage of. There's that cost associated with it, but it's not astronomical. A really good value. Then for those that are looking for the upper echelons, so your HOA cost is $800 or more per month. What you're doing is to really get access to the top tier resort amenities, multiple pools, and typically manned, gated security, and higher end restaurants on site, and large fitness centers and studios, and with full social calendars, and maybe even bocce ball and racquetball courts as well. Not just a tennis court. And so your HOA cost is going to come down to the type of place you want to live, the type of amenities that you want. Just know there is the whole range, and that definitely is going to be a part of your ongoing budget, but also the ongoing things that you'll be able to take advantage of. So let's bring it home with the cost. So we talked about what houses cost. We talked about utility bills that are going to be different and higher because of where you're at in Palm Springs and the climate. We talked about lifestyle and entertainment, because you want to take advantage of the things that are out here and what those types of costs are. And lastly, we talked about what you're going to pay for an HOA if you're wanting to access like some on-site amenities in your neighborhood and have those available to you on a regular, ongoing basis. If you're thinking about buying in Palm Springs, I can help you find homes that are going to fit your budget, just what you're looking for, with the right amenities, and we can avoid those hidden surprise costs. Living in Palm Springs can be amazing, but planning is the key. So check out my other videos that help you learn pros and cons about the Palm Springs market. You'll find all my contact information in the description below. Feel free to call or text or send a message, whichever you prefer, so we can connect and make that a reality.